Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to my video. Yeah, it's the day 2 of the Master Leagues. Things gonna getting rough from now. No, not really. Some of you already reached the Master rank, right? If you hear any some noise in the mic, I apologize because my wife is currently eating next to me, so it's okay. The tag we're gonna talk about today is I do think this tag has problem this season. I do think it's supposed to, I thought it's like, yeah, it's gonna be great. And then when I talk about, look at the remaining Gundams of the Mobile Suit related to it, it's like, bro, this thing has a problem, man. Okay, and that tag is actually Marina Ismail's tag, and that is unstoppable. So, exia, of course, you're gonna go with exia for this one, right? Because again, exia is the face of the unstoppable tag. Unstoppable tag is unlike the lightning fast. Unstoppable is more like the unit that you cannot stop when it starts to move. So it's like it's not really because it evades or anything. It just like slash everything on its path. So that's the lore reason behind it. And you can see that usually they are not really that fast unit, but it just like, you know, they kind of hits hard, but not really like a one-shot killer thing, because you can see the tendencies of these you know, these unstoppable units. Usually they fight several units and they slash here and there, shoot here and there. It's more like a unstoppable force kind of thing, right? You can stop them, but it doesn't mean that they are that fast, right? And it does reflect from the stats. Usually is not really that high mobility compared to the lightning fast or even one-shot killer, to be honest. So first of all is gonna be, yes, it's exia. Exia, I do think Exia is still one of the best clean-up crew in the game, especially paired with Setsuna, with this transarm thing, especially this one. Although you can see like, oh, it's only like just 6,000 power, but it does have the required attack to actually deal more damage. The thing is like, here's the thing that lacking from Exia is like, not that. The problem is the GN field, okay, because it's only when taken damage is 4,500 or less, there is no effect. So I do think this GN field is kind of lackluster in the case. Why not just like cut 4,500 from the damage? It's more useful that way. So I do think they really need to buff up this one. It's like it's better to reduce damage, even though like people hits hard. You have a chance to actually survive, and that's what would be Exia want, because it is more like a revenge killer. Oh yeah, it's a Pokemon term, right? So it's a revenge killer kind of unit. It's a cleanup crew, and that is what Exia do best, because free movement hits hard, especially close, and paired with, of course, Soran Ibrahim himself. You're gonna have like this MP increase and then the damage increase, so it's gonna hit like a truck right off the bat, right? So the next unit gonna start. Yeah, it's gonna be. Wait, let me check first. This actually is gonna be using beam and physical, similar to Hainu. Okay, so we don't need a special support on this one. And for that matter, the Le Signe is actually a defense down unit, which is very good to support Exia. It does very well, and with 5 range it is even better, right? And of course the pilot for this one is gonna be Asuna Elma, and the third unit of course is gonna be the Zeta Red Zeta. This unit is still awesome, still one of the best ultimate unit actually. Very a lot of options, and this attack increase is insane. Remember, 10% when Figure High is 10% for this thing is huge, and this guy is actually very slow. And if you fight more units like Zeta, it actually even shine brighter, right? But probably we don't see that much Camille, but we see more like Strike Freedom, so it has its lows in this season, I do think so. But still, it's still a very solid unit. The Psycho Neutralizer and Psycho Jack is actually very strong, but be careful with the Psycho Jack unless you want to deal damage. It's better to actually go with the Neutralizer, but AI usually go with the Jack because of the power again. But it has a 5-fold power equal to an attacker, almost as strong as an attacker, especially if you go with the SP one. No, the ultimate one. Yeah, still a very solid option, but the problem with the Red Zeta is Yeah, the pilot is gonna be Asuna as well. So if you want to put another unit, because AUG tag is really limiting at this point, uh, you just put anyone with high awaken like Amuro, Sirocco, anyone will do, right? Anyone. Sirocco is better because again, at least Sirocco has the counter attack damage, which is good. For the free unit, not much. I'll say not much because the double supporting is still locked behind Wing Gundam, which is Quattro. So yeah, that's that, right? And then we go with the next unit, which is the G Quarks unit. Yeah, G Quark is really good actually. I'm surprised it actually still, if you, especially in PvE and actually in PvP as well, it does very strong. I'm surprised at how strong this free units actually is. And then you can actually have several free pilot with it. Machu, one of them, and then you can go with Nyan for the optimum damage. And if you feel like you can put Banaji actually on it. I mean the tag won't flare up, but at least Banaji have a very high attack. And then also Ito Tsurugi is also a good option for this one. For now, let's put Ito on it. This unit again, another counter killer. Is a revenge killer again. Most like this tag is go for that kind of thing. I'm not really sure why. It just do like that, right? The new one is actually Psycho Saku, which I have talked before that this unit have actually a very high potential. But the problem is like here's the thing. It's like most of it is attacker, right? So Psycho Saku has a great range of, not that great, but 4 range actually respectable with that kind of attack for 9,000. The Beam Bazooka is great. Not 4.9, I'm sorry, it's like 5,000 something, 5.1 or 5.2, I forgot. And it has an increased, accuracy, which is very good. But again, limitations. But this unit, high potential. Limitation, it has to only go with Daryl Violence. Again, Daryl is actually a very strong pilot if it's in the Zaku. So there are good options. So either you go with the G-Quarks or you go with the Zaku. Both can be used in the Expert 7. So yeah, pick your poison, right? Then this is where the problem will show up. If you see the next options we got is like Gaplant. Gaplant is still a very good unit. I do think it's a interesting unit. I do think it's Advance of Zeta has a lot of interesting unit actually. One of them is a Gaplant. Where is that? Wait, where is Gaplant? This one. Like this unit's actually a quite high attack, but the options of the weapon might not be that great. Except the long blade. Long blade is actually pretty okay. NS is like a 4 range for the attacker with 4 movement is a bit detrimental for me, but it's a good option. See again, attacker. You see the pattern now. And then another one is like Zeta Gundam 3, and this one is a actually very good support. I do think it's one of the better support in the game. This one, you see, maximum is quite good mobility and quite good attack. As for the attack, it has a Hyper Mega Launcher, same as Zeta, but you see that the damage only 4-2. But its defense launch 30%, respectable amount, and long beam saber is actually quite okay attacker. I do think the support thing here is like this thing is have a 5 range and 4 attack, which is okay, and then it does have the Fighter super high. Then again, it's gonna rely more on pilots like Asuna, AUG tech. Again, AUG tech problem. They need to release more AUG pilots. Seriously, they really need to release Advance of Zeta at this point. Seriously, AUG is having a lot of problem. Murasame is actually one of the support here, and the tech is with orb. So yeah, there's some options there. Kagali can go with this unit. Yeah, you see like Murasame is one of the fastest unit in the game, but the support it gives is not that great, to be honest. I do think it's like it's just okay, respectable amount, but beam power. Setsuna doesn't use that, right? Setsuna is physical and beam. Sorry, Setsuna is physical and beam, so it can help Setsuna, but I'm not really sure it can survive actually being shot back at, because this thing is just more mobility, but nothing else, right? Then we have a Victory Gundam. Wait, I never actually think about Victory Gundam. Let's see what Victory Gundam actually gives us this time. So, Victory Gundam max upgrade 11,000, expectable or very high mobility for actually an attacker. Like increased attack, critical damage, and mobility by 5%. And yeah, you know it's problem here, right? Increase critical but no critical. So it's like an Epion. It's like Epion, but range, I guess. Like, no. No, it's not really good to be honest. This one it goes melee better. Actually, go melee, but only for 8. I do expect units like this have a 5-1 at least, because again the criticalness doesn't really that matter a lot because only have 5%. So yeah, that's a bit problem. So you can see what this tag is lacking in the current season. A tank. A tank. Oh my goodness. There is no tank for this tag. Not single one. So that is a huge problem. Again, because these units are usually not the fastest in their class. So you're gonna get hit quite hard. So you might actually want to go with other tanks just to get the, you might actually just shove away the, unstoppable tag and just go with tanks like this one. You just pick any tag that has a protagonist tag, right? Any tag with protagonist tag, yeah, you have to go with that. It really lacks an option here. Variation is quite low, but again, there is a certain strategy you can actually go with this tag. One is actually focusing more on exia. Yeah, so here's you might actually want to do. You might actually want to go with 1 or 2 attacker, but definitely you're gonna need 2 supports and 1 tank. You can go with 3 supports. Depends, up to you, right? So the thing is, the way you're gonna put it here is like you're gonna put 1 tank that kind of counters. Oh my god, this guy is a better option. Okay, I just gonna put Gundam, right? So you're gonna go with like something like this, right? And then mostly you will let your opponent go close to you, hit your tanks, and you gotta hit back as much as possible. Tear them apart one by one, and then Setsunaga come in and clean the job for you. So the strategy you want to go is similar to the Unstoppable, but Unstoppable might not get killed in the process. But sorry, it's similar like a Tower Snail, but Tower Snail is usually gonna counter the hard, right? So this one's like gonna chip, and you can keep on chipping them down, and then until on the last moment that Setsuna and Exia are gonna go forward and obliterate everything. So yeah, that's the strategy you can go with this. Other than that, I can't really think something better. So I really hope this tag gonna have more love in the future. Just like Lightning Fast just got their bonus, and the Tower Snail just got their attention. I do hope Unstoppable have more of this. Maybe if Double O got released and stuff. So yeah, I really hope they gonna take care more about this tag. And yeah, that's all for me. Let me know what you think about this tag in the current season. I do think it has a bit of problem, but it can actually work, especially if you rely heavily on the Exia, because once Exia get rolling, nothing can stop it, and that's for its name Unstoppable. But getting there may be quite a bit hard. So leave your comment below what you think about it, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.